Brian, what led to the offensive performance tonight against a good defense?
We had good spacing. We were organized better. I think that allowed us to see where the passes were and where the openings were, and then the guys were very willing passers, which I think we've been throughout the whole preseason. But I think we had some good growth tonight in terms of that organization.
Brian, overall, what do you feel like your team and your staff accomplished this preseason?
I think we established how we're going to work and how we're going to approach every day, how we're going to try to improve on a day-to-day basis. I think we established some of the ways we want to play, but obviously that's always going to be a work in progress. We'll never get there. You're always working at that stuff. But I think our approach and our mindset are the two things that are most important to me, and I've liked how we have established that so far.
I know it's not about one person, but how happy are you for Johnny to have a moment like that, actually a couple moments at the end of a game like that?
Thrilled for Johnny. Johnny's been great. I was working with him individually myself last year at the beginning, and I've seen the time behind the scenes. So you root for guys like that who's put a lot of time into his craft. Then you got to be in a situation like that to close the game. Really excited for him. Really thrilled for him.
Where's the growth that you've seen in Johnny's game over the last, let's say, year?
I think the biggest thing to me is his defensive impact. Even that last play, he was involved in kind of breaking that up, but his physicality, his defense, his ability to make hustle plays, that's been really important for us, and he's been really good at that.
And then Bub got a pretty tough matchup today against Jalen Brunson. How do you feel what do you think, what's important about getting that kind of experience, and how do you feel he did?
The only way I think you're going to learn any of these things is to get thrown into the fire, and he got thrown into the fire. He's a great player, obviously. He's a very veteran player, knows all the ways to manipulate the game, and what a great challenge for Bub. I thought he handled it well, and he wasn't afraid of the moment.
Coach, in that final huddle before that offensive possession where Johnny scored the layup, did you say to him you're going to get the ball and put it in the hoop?
Yes, it was all coaching. No, we had multiple angles on that, but Johnny was the initiator. We had, you can see we had the ball in his hands pretty much down the stretch, and we wanted him to make plays, and obviously he made a great one there.
It might have gotten lost just because of how well Johnny played at the end, but two players, Taylor Funk and Jared Butler, really, really played well there. What do you think their impact could be on this team going forward?
Testament to those guys, their work ethic. Both guys have been in our program for, I think we got Taylor midway through the year last year, and then Jared's been with us. Also credit to our Go-Go staff and Cody Topper. Like, those guys played a lot of games for us last year down there. Jared was on a two-way, so he played with us too. But just that one organization where we're kind of all connected to each other. That's just an example of guys that when they get the opportunity here, they're really prepared by their coaches, but most of the credit always goes to the players first.
What has stood out to you about Taylor's development in particular? He played quite a few years in college, but then, of course, had the big summer league. And then what have you seen from him lately?
Just has a good sense of how to play, really knows our system pretty well. Rebounds better than you would think. Obviously, everybody sees the shot making, but it's his way to operate within the context of our system is pretty impressive.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week.